Okay, so what I want to go over today is how to create a collaborative folder as well as collaborative documents. It's a little bit of a shortcut, an easier way to do it rather than creating multiple documents and having to share each document with your group members every time you want to work on something. So this is how we'll share documents for group work in my class, but it may be a little bit different from facilitator to facilitator. So make sure that your facilitator doesn't have a way that they want you to do it specifically. For example, the first thing I want you to do is check and make sure that you have a folder created for my course. Typically, I like to see your last name, the name of the course, and then the year. This not only helps keep you organized, but when I get 80 folders shared with me, it helps me keep track of whose folder is which, and I'm able to find them quickly in order to grade and give feedback. So double check that you have a folder created for the course. We should have already done this. And double check that it's named correctly. Again, your last name, the name of the course, and then the year of the course. So once you locate that folder, or once you create that folder, you're going to double click, and that's going to open it up. You can see that there isn't anything in mine right now. That may not be the case for you, depending what point in the year you're looking at this video. So one of the ways you can tell if you're in the class folder is up here at the top. I can see that I'm in my drive, but that I'm also in the course folder for this class. And it will go on and on and on depending how many folders I'm opening up. So double check that you're in the course folder. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a new folder. There are 3 ways to do that. You can click the red New button and create folder. You can click the arrow next to the course folder and go New. Or you can click the 3 little buttons over here and click New. So we'll just go with that. They all do the same thing. And you're going to name your new folder after the project that you're currently working on. So for example, the project I did last year was called Unsung Heroes. So I'm just going to name it Unsung Hero Project and click Create. You can see then that the new folder pops up. It is in my folder for the course. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to share that with your group members. So if you click on it and click the little man with the plus sign, this is going to enable all of your group members to not only see the folder and see the work that's in it, but I'm also going to give my group members editing rights. I would like you to do this as well. It's important that you can all not only get on the document to look at it, but also that you're all contributing. So for example, if I wanted to collaborate on this document with Mr. Urschel, I would type his email, I could add a little note, and then I would hit send. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to hit cancel. Now, if the folder is shared, you're going to have this little man that pops up inside the folder, and that's going to tell you, hey, this folder is shared with somebody. When you click on that folder, you'll be able to see who it's shared with. So now that you've shared the folder with all of your group members, and keep in mind, you don't have to share your project folder with me because your course folder should already be shared with me. So because this folder is in your course folder, I can already see it. So you don't need to share anything with me. Once you click on this project folder and open it up, you can see that now I'm in my course, but I'm also in this specific project folder. So within this project folder, had I shared it with Mr. Urschel and you shared it with your group members, anything you put into this folder, they will be able to edit. I will also be able to edit it because of where it's located. So keep in mind, anything that gets put in here can be edited by the other group members. I believe since you're the owner of the folder, you're the only one that has the exclusive rights to delete things. So that is one advantage of being the group member that creates the folders. On that note, because you're sharing the folder with them and sharing the documents, they can create documents and add documents to this folder, but all group members are not going to create their own folder. So not every group member will go through this process of creating a project folder every single time. You'll have to decide as a group which group member is going to be the one to set up your project folder. Typically, I recommend that whoever takes the group leader role or the role of keeping everything organized, that's the person that's going to create the project folder. What your group members will do now that you've shared it with them is they're actually going to scroll down in their drive until they see they're shared with me. If we click that, let's see if I have a folder that somebody shared. So I have a folder my sister shared with me. So I would click on this folder. And actually, I didn't even know she shared this one, so let's do this one. I would click on this folder, and then I would be able to drag it and place it in my drive. It's still going to show up here, but it's also going to show up in my drive right here. Make it a little bit easier to access. So your group members will need to go into the shared with me, find the folder that you shared with them, the project folder, and then click and drag it into their drive. They do not need to create, they actually don't want to create separate folders. They just want to move the one you shared into their course folder. So at this point, pause for a second and make sure that all of your group members have this Unsung Hero project folder inside their course folder. So you may want to pause the video, double check that everybody has it in the correct spot. Once you've done that, you are going to click on that folder. Everybody can open it up so that you can see the contents. Right now there aren't any. And then one group member needs to create a new document. Okay, and this is just for practice. Again, only one group member needs to do it right now. I would name it practice document. And then if I switch back over here to my other tab, I can see now that a document has showed up. Make sure that every group member can see that document. They can edit that document. And then once you've done that, you're good to go. Any of your work for this project should be shared in this folder so that everyone in the group has access to see it, as well as edit it and change it as needed. It's going to make collaboration a lot easier, and it's going to help keep all of you organized, and it's going to help keep me sane when I'm trying to look for your project pieces to grade or give feedback.